I purchase the account from the Salesforce. The primary data, what I was supposed to set is company profile. We have purchased an instance of the Salesforce. Salesforce has created an administrator for you and given an access. When I log in for the first time, the primary things I need to set is company profile. Now, what this company profile will speak about? Company profile will speak about the language your company is trying to follow. Every organization will have one default language. To make it customer friendly, I may represent the same application in multiple language, but company follows one standard language. It may translate same application into different languages to make it user friendly. Let us say we have a Google. Google follows standard UK English. That is a language that Google follows. But when you are opening the Google, we have a Telugu, Tamil, Kannada and all the languages. This is to make it user friendly. They are supporting the other languages. But the standard documentation of Google, if you go to Google and open documentation of Google for APIs, web services or any other information, agreements, terms and conditions, you find it in standard UK English. So, what is the language that your organization is following? What is the local language? The next one. What is the time zone your company is following? The moment I say 24 working hours, issue will be resolved within 24 working hours. 24 working hours according to what? Which time zone? When I say 24 working hours, according to which time zone the 24 hours is considered? I told working hours for my company is from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, this 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. according to ISTR, ESTR, PDT, what is the time zone? You say the language, you say working hours, all these are considered according to which time zone. Then, how many licenses your company has purchased? How many of them are used? How many of them are pending? When they are going to expire? Next, what is the API limit your company is getting? What is the edition your company has purchased? What is the server instance what you have? What is your organization ID? All these data will be in the company profile. Now, if the Salesforce want to contact your organization, who is the point of contact? The primary point of contact. All these data we are supposed to set in the company profile. So let us go to this setup. We have administer company profile. We have company information. Setup, administer company profile, company information. Then we will come to this second. Go to lighting. Go to lighting. You practice more on lighting, Amma. Coming days, lighting will dominate. For next 1.5 years, we may have it. Right. Right. So, try to spend more time on lighting. So, let us say setup. So, we have company data. So, if you look at this, navigations here are going to be different. What we have? Setup. Scroll down. Settings. Company settings. We have company information. Then when you go to that, we are coming back to the same page. Whatever the page we have seen in the classic, same page is coming. So navigation may change. The underlying concept is same. In the lighting and the classic, navigation may change, but underlying concept is the same. Now, go back here. What is company profile? This will specify basic information. Name, communication address, primary contact, company profile, business hours, languages, licenses. So it will specify about company information, business hours, languages, licenses, editions, holidays, etc. This will specify basic information about your organization like name, communication address, primary contact, company information, business hours, languages, licenses, edition, holidays of your organization. All these data will be available at a company profile. So how do you navigate to this? First we'll start with company information. Navigation. If I go to classic, in the classic we have setup, administer, then company profile, this is the navigation what we have to follow in the classic. If you are going with the classic, setup, administer, company profile, company information. If you go to the lightning, setup, settings, company settings, look at the point. In the lightning, setup, settings, company settings, company information. Concentrate on lightning. This is the navigation what you are supposed to use to reach out the company information. So what we have is setup, settings, company information. Then click on edit. This is how we are coming to the company information. Once you come to this company information, click on edit. Click on edit. When you come to edit, what you are finding here? Basic data. Name of your organization, primary contact, communication address, then what is the default language? Default language is English. What is the local language in the English? We are taking. What is the time zone your company is following? So when I say business hours, according to what time zone, I have taken IST. So default language, default time zone, communication address, then currency local. What is the currency local? Corporate currency. The revenue of your company or the currency in your company is represented in which format? I told display everything in Indian INR. This is called corporate currency. Then we have here multiple currencies. Multiple currencies means if you want to display, like my company has told it is in INR. When I say price 5,000, okay, rupees 5,000. Now some customer, some user is there who is working with okay US. Now for him, I want to show this 5,000 in dollars. Convert this 5,000 into dollars and show him. Now what is it? We are going for multiple currencies, representing the same data in different format according to the user's local currency. Representing the same value. Your company takes everything in the form of rupees, but while you are displaying this to the customer, you are displaying in the form of his local language. Let us take an example. We have Amazon.com, Amazon.in. Now, when you go with this, we have Amazon.com, which is displaying the price of everything in the form of dollars. It was the price. The prices are displayed in the form of dollars here. The same thing I am taking, the same product may be available in here. When you look at this prices, now what we are getting? We are getting the prices in the form of INR. Now what was this? According to, but your Amazon will follow the default currency format of Amazon is dollars only. But when it is showing in the Amazon.in, it is showing in the form of rupees. So your organization will follow particular format. Your organization will follow particular format, but to make it customer friendly or user friendly, they may translate the same into the local format of the customer and show it. Now, which is to do this, we require a concept of multiple currencies. But the problem here is, if it is e-commerce applications, it is well and good. But it's a legacy application, then showing them in the multiple currency is always a drawback to it. Let us take. Now you have taken a policy. Let us take it in terms of insurance. You have taken a policy. Now my company is located in US. They say monthly $10 has to be paid for the life insurance. Let us say. To make it customer friendly, I represented this in the rupees and I told, okay, 65 rupees. Now the price is 650 rupees. Now when the price goes up, now we cannot go and find out. I cannot go and find out right now what is the price of the dollar. Right now, what is the price of the dollar? Now the dollar price has gone to 74 rupees. Now if I say 740 rupees, pay 740, the customer will ask you, why should I pay that extra amount of 60? Am I right? So when you go to the recursive payments, that will be difficult for maintaining these multiple currencies. That is the reason always they say follow a fixed currency. Otherwise, tell me $1 equal to how many rupees? Fixed. I will not go to market and find out what is the price of dollar today. I will not go to market and tell what is the price of dollar today. Let us say this annual year I got a turnover of $10,000. I got 10,000. When I was representing in the last year when I represented dollar is 62 rupees. So they have shown me 62 into $10,000. But today I am creating a report. On yesterday's last year's revenue. Now today dollar rate is 74. Now when I create a report, what is my last year revenue? 74 into 10,000. Now there is a mismatch because we cannot maintain the current prices and track over the process because the prices are changing. That is why I told Salesforce says, I will not go to market and find out what is the dollar rate and convert. I will give you a table. In that table, you tell me $1 equal to how many rupees. I will use that and convert. It should be a fixed one. It should be fixed. If you change here, entire our values will be changing. It will impact your entire revenue. Right? You gave 60 rupees. How much customer paid? 100 into 60. Tomorrow, if you make it as a 70, 100 into 70. So I will give a table. You tell me a fixed value. As per the fixed value, I will convert. I will not go to market and find out. That is the reason Salesforce says, boss, I will not provide this by default. I suggested you not to follow. If you still want to follow, enable this option. Enable this option. But once you enable, you cannot disable. Once you enable, you cannot disable because already I have given some currency values which I cannot revert back. Right? So multiple currency. So if I enable and save it, it's permanently enabled. So I will not do it now. At the end of the course, I will do it. Otherwise, entire database, we need to keep adding the values. So what was that? If I enable this, what will happen? What will happen? They will give you a table. What is the table? Your currency is rupees. Now tell me 1 rupee equal to how many dollars? 1 rupee equal to how many pounds? According to the value what you are given, I will convert it and I will show to the user of the category. Right? So it is not suggestible from my end. What I feel is not suggestible to enable this. Go with a fixed format. Now we have a Salesforce. They ask you what is the license price. They simply say $150. It doesn't matter price goes up or goes down. They have a fixed currency called dollars, $150. Everyone pay in the form of $150. We don't want to handle the fluctuations. Are you getting my point? So if you want multiple currencies, we can on this. But what was the point here? If you enable this, you can't disable. So let us not enable at this point. If you enable, on every table, we get this option. So we need to add extra points every time. At the end, I will show you one example. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now, this is what we got. Now, apart from this, what we received here? Apart from this, what I received? Kishore, mute your mic. Jayshree, mute your mic. All of you, please mute your mics when you join the sessions. Now, what you are finding here now? If you go to this, now we got what is the space they have given to you on the production. What is the space you have? How much file space you have? Now, how many requests you can make per hour or per 24 hours? How many API calls you can make? How many streaming API? Now, restricted logins per month. What is your organization ID? What is your edition? What is the instance? So all this primary data will be given. The limits, space, organization ID, edition, instant, all this data you can find from the company information. So company information give you primary contact data, communication details. It give you local language, time zone, currency format, whether you are enabling multiple currency or not. What is your organization ID? What is your corporate currency? What is your instance of the server? All this data is available in company information. At the bottom, if you open, it gives you how many licenses your company has purchased. Now we can see company has purchased 2 Salesforce licenses. Both of them are in use. 3 platform I purchased, but I didn't use any one of it. Now, okay, how many licenses your company has purchased? How many of them are used? How many of them are pending? Everything we can track from company information. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Navigation already you have seen. This will specify complete details about the organization. Every force.com instance will have based on this ID, Salesforce will recognize corporate currency. Currency. Format your company's then business hours, time zone, default language, then edition what we are using, server instance, space used, all can be tracked. It also specifies number of licenses purchased, this is the basic data. Don't write notes, boss. I'm typing for you only. You log in and access this. Right? I hope you are good with this. Let us go to the second point of this. What is the second point? We are set with this organization data. I hope you are good with this, right? The next one, what we have is business hours. The second point is business hours. What is this business hours? This will specify days and hours. Days and hours that your support team is available. This has nothing to do with the login hours. When you can log in, when you can log in, log out. It has nothing to do with your login hours. Now, let us say I am a Capital Info solution. We are open from 6:30 to 9:30. We are open, but our receptions will be available to pick up the call from 9 to 6 only. Now, what is it? If any student has any issue to call, the front desk people will be available from 9 to 6. Now, what is it? It is a business hours. Because we have a class at 6:30. Some of the admin people come here to check the IDs. But our business hours are from 9 to 6. Now, what is it? 9 to 6 is the time 24 by on all the 365 days the people are available from 9 to 6. What is this? It is a business hours during which my team is available to support. Doesn't mean that my staff will be leaving at 6. Doesn't mean that my staff is available for 6. My staff will be available here, but they are available for support from 9 to 6. Are you getting my point? So when you go to the bank, financial transaction will happen from 10 to 4. After 4, they stop the financial transaction. But now, doesn't mean that the people are leaving at 4 o'clock. Now, at 4 o'clock, they start doing their internal work. Now, what is it? Business hours. This will specify days and hours during which your team is available for support. Days and hours during which your team is available for support. Based on these business hours only, the escalations will happen. Now, we told within 24 hours, the issue should be solved. That's what the customer has to. Now, within 12 hours, if the issue is not solved, it will escalate. 12 working hours means what? 12 business hours. Now, on Monday, your business timing is from what time to what time? I told on Sunday we have 8 a.m. to only this 2 hours staff is available. So, what was that? Business hours. Doesn't mean that you cannot log in. I'm telling you, this is the time where my staff is available for the customer. Now, my people can log in and do the internal works. But this is the time during which we are available for customer support, customer availability. Are you getting my point? So, this is called business hours. According to which time zone? I give. So we have a business hours. This will specify days and hours. Which your support team is available. Will work based on business hours. Navigation. If it is a classic, the classic we have setup, administer, company profile, setup, administer, company profile, business hours, lightning. You go to the lightning, same. Settings. Business hours. Then we have choose the time zone. Choose the time zone. Specify the business hours. So this is what we are doing. So I told you, whether you go to classic or lightning, only navigation will change, but concept is same. Once I click on the edit, the page what we are going to get is the same. Let you go to classic or lightning. Once I go to edit, once I come to edit, same page will be visibility. Right. So we have company information and we have business hours. Then we have languages. What are these languages? Which languages your company is going to support? Which languages your company is going to support? Now, customer told I was from Japan. Will you be showing this application in the Japanese language? Okay, I have registered one more user. Application is running in India only. It's an Indian company. Application is running here, but some of the team are working in UK, Germany. And this application is also accessible in German. I have a business. Okay, the extension of this business is there in the German. Now the staff of German, when they are working, do you want to show this application in German language? So your standard language is English India. Your standard language English India, but when you are showing this application to your staff in the German, do you want to show them in the German language? That you have to decide. Whatever the languages that your company want to support. Support means they want to translate this English India application to that particular language and show them. So what language you want to support? They are defined by language settings. Now when I go to language setting, there are two types of languages. One is platform language, other one is end user language. End user means the staff of your company, ICSA staff. Now I have ICSA. Now when the ICSA employee of the company log in, whatever the languages that are available for him, that is called end user language. Now, if I am building an application for ICICI, who is the end user? Staff of the ICICI bank is the end user. If I am building a community for ICICI, end user will be a customer of ICICI. Now, you want to show this application to end user in which language? That is called end user language. Platform languages. Platform is developer. You are writing a program. Whatever you developed, Salesforce doesn't know. Whatever Salesforce has developed, it know how to convert this in German and show it. Whatever Salesforce developed, it know how to display in the Japanese. But whatever you wrote, the Salesforce doesn't know how to convert it. What? Because I developed, I know how to convert. Because Salesforce developed, Salesforce know what to display in place of sales in German language. What to display, okay, in place of sales in Japanese language. Because Salesforce has built it. Now, I have developed a loan management app. Now, what you call this loan management app in German, Salesforce doesn't know. You have to tell it. So when you say platform, anything that you developed using a force.com platform, Salesforce will not convert into that language. But it gives you a process to convert. I tell you, boss, you tell me what should I print in this place, I'll convert. You tell me what you call sales in German, I will print it. Are you getting my point? Now, if it is a platform, means anything that we have built up using a platform, force.com platform, Salesforce will not translate into that language. We have to use a translation concept and convert that into the particular language. Like we have generally in technology, general technology, we call it internationalization, IN8. Okay, the same concept will be used here. I hope you're good. So whatever the Salesforce has developed, it is going to translate the things into that language. It's called end user language. Platform, whatever you have built, that will not be translated by the Salesforce. You have to tell to the Salesforce what to display in place of those. Right? I hope you're good. People have followed this. Yeah. Now, basically, what was this? Your company, you told very clearly, my default language is English. Local language is English India. So, for everybody, it has to display in the form of English India. No, some of my staff are working from China. I want to display this in Chinese language. Then, are you supporting this or not? If you support, whatever the Salesforce has developed, automatically will be converted into the Chinese language and will be displayed. If you have designed something new, that will not be converted, you have to convert and display it. As simple as that. Right, boss? Everyone has got this? Clear? Followed? Question mark faces. Right. See, I only know Salesforce. Face reading and psychology, I don't know. If you open your mouth and tell us followed or not, I can understand. By looking at your faces, I cannot. I don't know face reading, sir. If you followed, yes or no? Right. Chalo. Now let us see. Setup. Now let us see this. Go to the setup, company settings. Then we have language settings. Company settings and language settings. Then what we have? End user language, platform only language. Now in the end user language, except help and setup, except the setup menu and help, rest all the things are converted into corresponding language. Help and setup are not translated in end user language. Rest all the things are supported. So what language Salesforce is supporting? Most of the European language they are supporting. Okay. Now next one we have enable platform only language. Then if you choose any one of these language, it will not be converted into that language. But you have a procedure to convert into that language and display. Even it has Tamil also. You will be finding Tamil also, Tamil and Urdu. Right. Now what was that? Salesforce is not converting into that language, but it is showing you a procedure to convert. Follow the procedure and convert and display it. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now let us see in the classic how the navigation will be. Setup, administer, company profile, language settings. We have end user language. We have platform only user language. Specify which language you want to support. And by default, some standard languages are there which are supported. Apart from those, like I told you, German, Japanese, Chinese, these are standard languages which every nation will application will agree. Sub languages. In the Japanese, sub languages are there. In Arabic, the sub languages are there. So those they are mentioned here. I hope you are good with this. People are good with this. Right. So let me give you. This will specify list of languages. Salesforce will support. There are two types of language. End user language. Platform only. So platform only. So when you say end user language, Salesforce will translate entire application this language. Help and setup menu. Platform only language. Salesforce will not translate application. Language. But this provides right. So this is a language settings. What is the navigation we have? This is all one-time setting. This is all one-time setting. It is a classic setup. Administer. Company profile. Language settings.
Okay.
Yes.
Once a profile is given in a company, then we need to set up all these things?
Yes.
Or
Once you get your instant only, you will be setting this, right?
means if it is not already created.
After you purchase, you will make it as per your requirement. Why would the Salesforce create for you? No. You want this language to be translated, not the Salesforce. You want this business to hours to be like this, not the Salesforce. Now you are modifying it as per your requirement.
Yes, once I join in a new company.
You
as
will
a
not do it.
Salesforce.
It's for company, not for you.
Okay, okay.
What I am doing, business hours is not for every employee. They don't define the business hours. It's for the organization business hours. It is the organization company profile, right? It is not the asset of you. It's the asset of the company.
Yes, yes. Okay. Thank you.
I hope I'm good with this. Yeah. Right. Anyone has any query on that? Basically, we are dealing with what? Company. Please mute your mics. Either. Now, basically, we are dealing with what? Company profile. Knowing the company information, business hours, languages, licenses, what they purchased, edition, what you purchased, then holidays. Now, already we got the company information, business hours, languages, number of licenses you have purchased, used, remaining, which edition you are using, and list of holidays. This will decide your business hours. Now, holidays, annual calendar will be list, specifying the list of holidays, what your company. So, this is helpful for calculating the business hours or escalation. When I want to calculate the business hours, I should know what are the list of holidays what we have. According to that, we'll be finding out. So, this is the basic information what we have sent. I hope everybody is good with this. Now, what we have now, last one is holidays. The list of holiday. It just basically set the name of the holiday, full day or half day, save it. Just to mention the list of holidays. Now, when you specify this, these are the dates on which business hours are suspended. These are the days on which the business hours are suspended. A simple point. Right, boss? Right? Okay. Now, this is the forward what we have. Next, last one is financial year. Every company has a financial year as per your company, how the turnover of the company is calculated. Now, somebody may go with a 12 months format, somebody may go with a 53 weeks format. They divide the year into 53 weeks, they split it. Now, general, what is the procedure we follow? General Indian companies will follow 12 months format, March to March. Every 3 months is one quarter. Right. Now, some of the organizations will follow weekly pattern. Weekly means 365 days, will have 53 weeks. Then 13 weeks, one quarter. The moment I say 13 weeks, one quarter, now look at this. Generally, your calendar will have a pattern of, if you look at the calendar, generally your calendar will be, if this month is having 5 weeks, 5 new weeks started this month, then it will be 4. This is a general pattern will be, if this month 5 new weeks are started, next 2 months only 4 weeks will start. Right. Now you decide your quarter should start from where? You want the quarter to start from here? Or you want your quarter to start from here? Like 4, 4, 5. No, your 4, 5, 4. If you look at the calendar, this is general format. This is November. So how many new weeks have started? 4, 11, 18, 25. 4 weeks. 4 new weeks have started. Go to the next one. December 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So go to January 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the pattern? 2 fours, 1 5. Right. Generally, there is our calendar pattern. If this month I have 5 new weeks, next 2 months will have 4 weeks. Now you want to start the quarter. You said 13 weeks. You said 30 weeks. Okay, fine. You want to start with which month? Month which has 5 weeks? Or the month which has 5 weeks? Next month should have 4 weeks. Next month should have 4 weeks. Or 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 5. Are you getting my point? When I say 13 weeks, which format you want to choose? Now your quarter should start with a month 5, 4, 4 format, or your quarter should start with 4, 5, 4 format, or 4, 4, 5. Now it's up to your choice. It's a 12 months format or 13 weeks. Standard financial year. When I say standard financial year, Salesforce, if we say start from this month, automatically Salesforce will divide into year into 4 quarters. It will take care about calculating the your forecast, revenue, and everything. Salesforce will manage it. Now I told I don't want the Salesforce to manage. I will decide and I will manage it. Then I will go for custom financial year. When is a custom financial year, they'll ask you, are you breaking your year in the form of weeks or months? If it's a custom financial year, Salesforce will not take care, you have to manage it. Standard means Salesforce will take care. Custom means you have to take care. About the estimations, forecasting, calculation, that you have to manage it. Are you getting my point? Standard, Salesforce will take care. Custom, you have to take care. Standard, only 12 months format. Custom, 12 months or 53 weeks. Are you getting? So basically, what is this fiscal year? Fiscal year will tell about financial year of your organization. What is the financial year of your organization? How the year is divided into quarters? What will be the revenue of your organization? What is the forecast of your revenue in the organization? To understand this, we need to know what is your financial year. Okay. Now, do you want the Salesforce to manage it, or you want your company to manage it? If you want the Salesforce to manage it, standard financial year, it will go with the 12 months format. Then if you say custom financial year, you have to manage it. You have a choice. Choose week wise or choose month wise. Are you clear about this one? Clear? So, what was the point here? This will specify there are two types of if you specify start of the month, Salesforce it will break the year based on 12 months format. If you enable this, you cannot disable. If you want don't want Salesforce to manage, enable this. What we have? We have two options. Twelve months format or 53 weeks format. Basically, what is the deal here? Basically, what is the deal? Standard means Salesforce will manage. Custom means you have to manage. Standard means Salesforce will manage. Custom means you have to manage. As simple. Rest of the point is what? Breaking the year into 4 quarters. You take a 53 weeks or 12 months. At the end of the game, what we are going to get? 3 months, 1 quarter. 3 months, 1 quarter. I hope you are good with these points. So this is how we are setting the basic information about the company. Now what we are finding? Company information, business hours, languages, holidays, financial year. Company information, business hours, languages, financial year. I hope you are good. Clear for everyone? Okay. This is what we have done. So that's all from my end for the day.